I'm Brittany.
And I'm Tori.
And this is
the Be Afraid of the Dark podcast.
Welcome back, Spookytins!
I can't function.
Right before we started, I got her with some whale noises.
I do speak whale. No, you don't, Dory.
So, Brittany, how was your weekend?
We went to the spooky maze, or corn maze and whatnot, and I was a little let down by the corn maze. It wasn't as scary as it normally is. I actually got yelled at, not yelled at, but I definitely made two of the, actors or, people working definitely concerned about my mental health. This guy came with, this guy came up to scare us, and he had, this, almost like a bird mask type of thing, not quite like the plague doctor type mask,
Yeah.
but it almost looked like a plague mask mixed with a scarecrow.
Ew.
It was also dark, so my my recollection is probably a little
shady.
altered. But and he just came up and we stood real close, and I was just sitting and we were making very good eye contact for a hot second, and all of a sudden I just slowly raised my hand and pet the beak.
What is wrong with you?
And he goes, "No, I didn't pet your beak." And I said, "Oh, but I just," and he goes, "No." And then Marshall comes over and he's like, "Okay, come on, Brittany, let's go." And he goes, "Yeah, take her out, get her out of here."
Oh wow.
And oh my god, I can't remember what the other one was, but there was another where they're like,
"Are you
okay?"
good?
So I was like, no.
Honestly, the reason it's probably not as scary is because you didn't go on a manhunt for somebody's phone in the pitch black you did last year.
But the haunted woods that we went in after, phenomenal. 10 out of 10. Me and Tessa literally talked about just doing the two woods yesterday, because we kind of figured, because there was a lot of people in the corn maze that were easily able to you were able to take them out of character. Yeah, so Marshall was walking and a guy scared us, and Marshall was like, "Oh, well, I did have to shit." And the dude busted out laughing, and he's like, "Glad to help, bud." But then the guy, the very last guy before we finished the corn maze, Marshall tried to do the same joke. And he was like, "Oh man, you gotta shit? Come on, I'll show you the way out."
What a gentleman, though.
Marshall was like, "No, I'm just kidding. I was just joking. I was just messing with you."
Hey, bud. That's
right.
A joke.
And then he was like, oh, okay. And he's like, "How long's the line out there?" And we're like, "About 4 hours long." He's like, "Oh yeah, it was ridiculously long." And
oh my gosh.
We didn't wait that long, but by the time we had gotten in, the line was ridiculous. But yeah, and then he was like, "Well, the exit's that way." And Marshall tried to play it off haha, well, I'm gonna trust you. And he's like, "I don't care. It's that way. That's where the light's coming from."
Oh my gosh.
And
what a fun sucker.
Yeah. Literally Tessa was like, "What a poop to the party." What a party pooper. And yeah, so I kind of came up with a theory that the people that have been coming back year after year
are just bored,
are getting the woods positions with the storylines and all the different spots and whatnot, and the newer people are being thrown in the corn maze. Huh. So the newer people don't really give a crap, where the hardcore dedicated people are like, "I'm gonna show this person,
I got this. I'm gonna scare the shit out of you."
No, because there was one guy, and he was just one of the random people in the black cloaks that jump out in the while you're walking to different buildings and different scenes or whatnot.
Oh, so the guy we sleep, the guy we see when we have sleep paralysis?
Yes, that one. But he literally was running just in front of a group, telling every house this one particular girl's name to scare the living shit out of her.
That's genius.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta have my fun somehow. And he was like, this is literally my job, is just to fuck with people. And so, yeah, because we would wait every once in a while and be like, oh, let's wait for the, the group in front of us to get a little farther. And he was like, no, you gotta go. Like, you're messing up my joke here. You gotta go. You gotta keep moving. There's a group coming behind you. And we're like, okay, shit, gotta go.
Well, sounds like you had a little bit more entertaining.
Yeah, it was definitely more entertainment than scaring. But I did hit a wall at one of the, like, I got scared and smacked into the wall, and the guy was like, this is wall. And then he went through the rest of the house with me going, this is wall. This is another wall. And yeah, that's how I went through. And then the next, I think it was Sunday morning at my house, I ran into the bathroom door too.
Sorry.
Like, I'm just...
So if you hear snorting, that is my cat that has breathing problems. My apologies. Can't do anything about that. That's Itty. He's our mascot.
But yeah, so I just apparently don't understand why I can't go through walls and doors.
We went golfing.
Yay! Did you actually golf this time, or you just...
No, my husband doesn't let me golf because he's like, I don't want to be there forever. When you can get the ball in the air, we can go golfing. Like, 1 out of 10 times. And I'm like, I hit the golf ball. It
putt-putt style?
It doesn't go very far. It doesn't go in the air every time, but it goes somewhere. I've been trying to learn to golf for 7 years. But honestly, there's nothing I love more than going golfing and watching him golf, because I know how much he loves it. And it just brings me joy to sit there for 18 holes outside.
Aw, what true love.
I know. He also gets me food after, so.
Oh, that's, there's where the real one goes.
Because we love the foods.
Well, I have an update. So Marshall listened to the first episode of Hell's Bridge, and he was like, wait, that's the story you found, like, when you were researching? And I was like, yeah, why? He goes, 'cause that's not the story I grew up with. And I was like, what do you mean?
What?
Yeah, apparently it's quite different. His story, his story is quite different. So apparently Elias Fricky, if I remember his name correctly, was the preacher in the town, and that's why he was entrusted with the children.
No.
Yes, and he had been the one slowly picking the children out to
what
cause...
is it with priests lately?
I don't know. But so apparently what he'd do is the last times when he had the group of children, but he'd take the child, bring them down to the river, grab them by their hair. Yes, this is trigger warning for like gruesome details.
And violence against children?
Yes. But he'd grab their hair and then take a knife and slowly scalp them. So as their hair was...
Oh my gosh!
Yes, so as their hair was being slowly pulled from their head, they'd slowly start to drown.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yes.
Where was your boyfriend when we needed him?
I don't know. I was like, oh man, maybe I should run
everything by Marshall from now.
Yeah, legend to be like, is this what you grew up on? Yeah, so then that's why when the group of adults found him, he was covered in blood because he had repeatedly just gone and scalped all these children.
Dude, there's not much that honestly grosses me out, but I can't stand anything that has to do with eyes or like scalping. Like, it makes me want to gag, dude. It's so gross.
It doesn't give me good feelings on the inside.
Oh!
Yeah, so...
Oh!
Yeah, so then he had another ending to that's what the adults did to him, is slowly scalped him.
Well, then he deserved it.
Right. But yeah, so that's the update.
That's a big update.
Right?
That's dramatic. I've never ever heard
what's
that
so
though.
Funny is I wonder if it's like a Mandela effect. Not to like take us there, but like because nowhere, I went to multiple websites, all these Michigan urban legend, and not one place said anything about the scalping.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. They did just start CERN back up, so
What?
they did start CERN back up, or I believe that's what it's called, that big thing that started Mandela effect the first time in, like, Switzerland, right, honey? That's Switzerland? Large Hadron Collider, or whatever.
I'm gonna have to look that up. But yeah, so nothing. And
That wouldn't surprise me, though.
but I don't know. Yeah, my mind was blown, and I am forever scarred. And that gives me like my 10 millionth reason to not go to that location.
That makes me want to gag, literally. Not
Yeah,
even
right?
figuratively, like, actually, like,
Yeah, it makes you a little nauseous and queasy.
Or I haven't, like, felt something like that in my throat. Like, no, thank you. I guess on a lighter note, we're doing scary paranormal games.
Yes. Which I didn't realize that there was 2 types. Because I told, like, Marshall was like, what's this week's topic? And I was like, paranormal games. And he was like, oh, cool, like video games and like sports that have haunted like stories behind them. Because apparently that's also a thing. And I was like, no, like the games you do to cause supernatural things to come upon you. And he was like, oh, okay, cool.
The no games.
Yes. These are very no games. And us talking about them in no way is encouraging anyone to play these games.
We 1,000 out of like 1,000,000 don't recommend.
Yes. This is our disclaimer. If you choose to play said games that we talk about, you are doing them in your own,
like, free will,
your own.
Apparently my husband's over there showing me something.
Run the Gauntlet?
Run the Gauntlet? What's that? Is that a game?
Is it like a haunted game?
I'll tell you at the break.
Okay. We'll come back with a little tidbit.
I guess our little producer over here, my honey, has got a little some for us.
He's very excited about it too.
Maybe we'll have him tell you about it.
Ooh,
yeah.
Guest star.
Yes. Mr. Lucas Benjamin over here. No, but the paranormal games that we did pick out, I think, are very interesting in themselves and have a lot of origins to them as well.
Yes, I would agree.
And it's very cool to see how these games have progressed through time. Especially the older ones, just to like see like how some have progressed and some are like same. You do not change a thing, or like nothing will happen. And I think that's interesting. This isn't even close to as many games as we could cover. We'll have to do another
that's what I was
thing
on
it.
I was exactly
but like
thinking. I was thinking that exact same thing, because one, also researching these games makes me realize how not sheltered, but like kind of sheltered I was as a child, because going through and like looking at what games I could possibly pick out for this episode, I was like, I haven't heard of like half of these.
Well, I haven't heard of some of them, and I found my one game on a child's sleepover party games.
No!
Child's sleep.
But I mean, if you think about
Are you serious?
If you think about it, you can go to like Walmart, Meijer, Target, whatever, like general store, grocery store, superstore, whatever you want to call it, in your area, and you can go to the toy section, like the game board section, and find a Ouija board, and it literally says like 8 and up or some shit like that. Like, I'm sorry, I don't feel like 8-year-olds can understand that they could possibly conjure a freaking demon. Like, I don't think that's something
they get.
Like,
and there are like certain stipulations even playing with the Ouija board that I don't think an 8-year-old understands.
Yeah, like
shit starts going sideways and it's going backwards, it's making figure eights. You better shut that down real quick. Are you about to let somebody out that you don't want out? Who I will not even speak of, because no thank you.
That's my job.
Yeah, that's her job.
She
gets to say his name, not me. She's the haunted one, not me.
Do you want to go first? Do you want to go first game?
Sure. I got a long one. This one's quite interesting. In itself, it's called the 11-Mile Road Game.
Okay. Yep. I started listening to a podcast that was talking about that.
It's
So
kind of creepy. I don't even, like, there's no way I would ever attempt this. So, the 11-mile road game is a ritual that is completed with one person, nobody else. You can have one wish granted to them, but you need a car. Self-driving ones are not allowed. A radio connected to the car. Do not open or exit your car at any time unless you are done. No matter what, you cannot run out of gas at any time or you might die.
that's like a 10 out of 10 problem for me, considering I literally run my car 2E every time.
I would never put my car that low to gas.
He's not paying attention. My car is actually almost on E as we speak.
That doesn't surprise me. It's always on E. You cannot summon a demon in the car no matter what. You may die due to this. Do not, under any circumstances, take haunted stuff with you. You may get more riskier and more likely to crash or die.
Wait, so like back up. So they're saying
Beep, beep.
that you can't summon a demon. So like you're driving, you're like, oh, I'm scared. Let me summon my demon friend to protect me. Is that what they're getting at? Like, don't summon a demon into your car to like ride along.
Yeah, because some people think that like a demon can protect you with this.
Okay, continue.
Which I just don't think it's a good idea in general to just summon a freaking demon.
I
but
mean, you know.
You need a car with a roof, no convertibles.
Aw.
I know. Do not stick any limb outside your car at any mile, no matter what it tells you.
Uh-huh.
Do not use internet connection. Absolutely no phones. Like, your phone has to be off. Like, nothing. Like, you cannot have any access to the outside world. It's just you and your damn car and this dark-ass road that you're about to have a fucking shit-ass time on.
Lovely.
They'll say you know the road before you found it. By feeling or a change in the like atmosphere around you. It also says that there may be visible signs. For example, if your wish in this game is of wealth, you may spot like shimmers on empty branches of trees as like they were to resemble gold or diamonds. Or if you're seeking love, you may begin to see like rose petals like slowly dancing in like a light breeze blowing in like the direction of this road that's like appearing to you.
To like guide you.
Yeah, because you don't like this. There's not like a certain road. Like, you just go driving and like the road finds you.
That's terrifying, but also sounds like great if every road could do that, because if Apple and Google Maps did not exist, I would not make it in this
And
world.
you don't get navigation for this. Like, you have
Right.
no phone. So at this point, you better take a deep breath, steel your nerves, and make a turn onto this road. You're going to be started off surrounded by trees, whether you were before or not.
Lovely.
They're there. They say that's another of the first signs that you found the right path. Each mile is meant to test your resolve, and the test will become more terrifying the further you travel. How badly do you want what you desire or wish manifested? Some say finding the road itself means you're serious, but that doesn't mean you're ready to receive.
Right.
Excuse me. So now we'll take a look at each of the mile markers down this mystic road.
Sounds super fun, and I definitely am not just gonna slowly strangle your cat in discomfort.
But Fiona's so cute. Please don't do her like that.
I know, it's just if I get scared, I might squeeze.
It's okay. Mile 1. As you begin your journey, you'll notice that the temperature will begin to drop in your car. This is sort of a welcoming sign that you found the right place.
That would be phenomenal since my car doesn't have AC.
Facts. It's going to get colder, so be prepared to crank up the heat if you like, because it's going to get cold.
Okay.
Mile number 2. The temperature is going to continue to drop. Now is a good time to turn on your heater if you already haven't. You're about to get into the thick of things. Mile 3.
Into the thick of things. Into the thick of things. Ope.
Ope. Ope. This is what you probably said after you turned on this road.
Probably.
It's the most Midwestern thing of us. Ope. Mile 3. If the road was paved before, you can kiss that goodbye.
So we're taking the Jeep.
You'll now find yourself on a dusty-ass dirt road. Excuse me. You'll also begin to spot silhouettes and human-shaped shadows in the trees along the road. Ignore them, please. No matter how close or menacing they may appear, you must keep your eyes on the road. Now is not the time for distractions.
That's like a general car safety thing as well for those people that like to look at their phones on the road. Just saying.
We see you. Mile 4. Those shadows you saw before are going to disappear. But you will now begin to hear whispered voices.
In the car?
In the car through your radio.
Ah.
Tune them out. Listening or trying to determine what they're saying will only draw them closer to you, and you do not want them any closer than they already are.
Fair enough.
So Mile 5. The trees around you may suddenly disappear, and you may spot this beautiful, lit, like gorgeous, like
open field.
Like,
lake.
yeah, like beautiful moon. Do not stop your car.
Okay.
Keep driving.
We drive on.
We drive on. Because they want you to get out of your car.
Oh,
and that's
okay.
a no-no. So don't do it.
Whole booby trap.
Booby trap from the little ghosties. Mile 6. You're halfway to your goal. Woo woo! Unfortunately, that means the tests are going to get more difficult. The trees will return here, and the stars and the moon above you are going to disappear. Your headlights will begin to flicker as they are going to go out. Your radio will tune itself on. A voice will speak to you about your greatest fears, underlining the dangers you're in. You won't be able to turn off the radio, so don't even try to do it. Just ignore it.
Lovely.
Keep your eyes on the road. It will begin to twist and turn more, and you don't want to have an accident.
Nope.
Mile 7. These voices will return, but they won't be whispering anymore. You're now going to hear distant screams coming closer by the moment. One of those voices may sound like it's right in your ear, like it's speaking to you from the back seat of your car. Do not turn around and look for it. You may not like what you see, and again, you risk driving off the road. Mile 8.
Oh my God, we're so close, but I feel yet so far.
At the 8th mile, the road is going to become even more treacherous with deadly turns, and your distractions are going to double. The shadow figures you saw in the trees before are most definitely following you now. You'll hear their voices and the scratch of their claws along the side of your car. Your headlights may go out for a few seconds. If they do, you can slow down, but do not stop driving. Whatever you do not want them to catch you.
I don't like that sentence.
Mile 9! Your vehicle is going to stall. Close your eyes and try to restart it. Do not open your eyes until the car restarts.
The only problem with that is I don't know if my car would restart after stalling in the condition that my vehicle is in.
You are surrounded by these creatures. They will fall back when the car starts again. But until they do, they are going to do everything they can to distract you. Ignore the sounds, the voices, etc. Your only goal here is to restart your damn car and continue driving.
Okay.
Mile 10. You're
Okay.
almost there.
Okay.
Almost made it, bitch.
Okay.
At this point, the voices are still not going to stop. You may be tempted to look in your rearview mirror to see the creatures are still following you. I assure you, they are. But do not look in the mirror. Do not check your back seat.
Rip the oh my God.
Words.
Rear view mirror off the roof.
Just keep driving. Mile 11. Your vehicle will once again lose power, but it will not stop moving. You may see a glowing red light ahead of you. You are no longer in control of your vehicle's movement, so don't even bother trying. Close your eyes. Cover them if you need to. You do not want to see what is around you at this point. Do your best to tune out the sounds around you. The cold will be replaced by heat. This is by far the most excruciating point of your journey on the 11-mile road. Some say it's like you're being drawn through hell itself. This should only really last about 30 seconds or so, but this is going to be the longest minute and a half of your life.
Good googly.
The dead end. Once power returns to your car, the noises will fade away and it's safe to start driving on your own again. In a short distance, you will come to a dead end. Stop the car, relax, close your eyes, and focus on what it is that you've desired. Why did you take this journey? What wish did you want? Is it fulfilled? Once you've done this, you can open your eyes, at which this time you will discover you've returned to the beginning of the road.
So wait, if you wanted, could you go through it again and do another wish?
You kidding me? So this game obviously comes with warnings, which is pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You're
Struggling.
yeah.
Aside from the basic warnings that, I read to you above, the individual mile markers, there are a few more things just to keep in mind. Do not roll your windows down. Do not use your cell phone in any way. Obviously, it's probably not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Do not turn on the radio in your car. Do not get out of your car at any point until you return to the beginning of the road. Do not drive over 30 miles an hour on this journey. There's too much going on and you could cause an accident. So, from what I gathered, researching this, don't fucking do it.
Facts.
Thanks for coming to Tori's TED Talk.
Okay, well, so I found something today.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
It has nothing to do with our topic, but I forgot to say it earlier in our little banter. But so are you ready?
I don't know, am I?
God, I hope you are. So in 1669, the sale of bedroom toys, little frisky time toys,
Okay.
little unholy between the sheet time toys.
My mommy don't know.
Yeah, there you go.
At
the body shop. Okay, but was banned in England, right?
Really?
Yeah. So women started making them themselves out of broomsticks, which is why we have the stigma of witches flying on broomsticks.
Mind is blown.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that.
I feel like it's a good cool down after that. Yeah.
Okay, now back at it with the scary games.
Okay, so I did the all classic, the all knowing Ouija board.
Oh my god.
The talking board.
No.
The spirit board. Whatever is called.
Who is she?
Let me tell you. Okay. So to start, hundreds of years ago, the Chinese actually used them to uncover hidden messages. It's not really known what form they used or how but all they know is the Chinese had some form of this board.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. And then in 1846, the Fox sisters used to receive messages from spirits who would basically bang on their walls. And that's how they'd answer questions.
Hello. It's a demon.
Right. And then in 1886.
Okay, I don't know.
Associated Press reported a new phenomenon of talking boards over the spiritualist camps in Ohio. We all know how you feel about Ohio.
It's always Ohio's fault.
Stop.
I'm sorry. It's just we're from Michigan. I'm sorry to all our Ohio listeners, but
Anyway,
still.
so then
Go blue.
finally in 1890, Elijah Bond, and Charles
What a
Keener
name.
began to manufacture the boards in Baltimore after they reportedly held a successful seance with Helen Peters, who was quoted a strong medium and was also Elijah Bond's sister-in-law.
Okay.
1891 is when they started to appear, and they started in Pittsburgh is where they started to actually appear in stores. 1891 is also when William Flood, I don't know how you pronounce it, I apologize, buys the rights to the quote-unquote game and records a patent for it.
Interesting.
1901, the Flood brothers, William and Isaac, start a court battle between the rights to make Ouija boards. And then finally, in 1920, William wins the court and becomes the only maker of the Ouija boards. And then I wrote here, and Isaac was basically told to kick rocks.
Okay.
In reality, he had to pay all the court fees and stuff like that.
Okay.
But during all the court battle stuff, right after 1891, it wasn't long before these boards were filling novelty shops and toy shops and were selling at an extremely fast rate. For those who don't know, Ouija boards are a rectangular panel, usually wood or stone, depending, with a planchette, which is a heart-shaped, usually a wooden piece with a see-through circle near the top of the pointed part.
The part you don't look through.
Yes, you do not look through it.
I mean, there's stupid enough people in this world.
That is true. And I would like to preference that this is not a toy. Though it's sold in toy sections and stores, still to this day, it is not a toy. So I want to go over the 12 rules of Ouija boards. If you do choose to use one.
Okay.
Rule 1, always be respectful. Spirits are not evil in nature, so they should be treated with respect. Provoking spirits can be lead to obvious dangerous consequences.
Yep, that makes sense.
Rule 2, do not believe anything a spirit says. Spirits are known to be mischievous. I cannot talk for the life of me today. I apologize.
Me every day.
Malicious ones, though, are rare. Just because they answered doesn't mean it's truthful. The more they trust you is the more likely they are willing to be honest with you. Rule 3, never use a Ouija board alone. At least 2 people. Another respectful person, someone with the same sort of understanding and respect on the subject. 4, think of good questions. And when I say good, I mean nice, respectful questions. Not questions like, when will I or someone else die? Are you an evil spirit? Can I talk to a demon? Do you want to hurt me?
Who wants to just talk to a demon?
I don't know, but don't, these kinds of questions can attract, darker spirits.
Yeah.
Number 5, which I actually didn't know this one. Do not leave the planchette on the board.
I did know that one.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that one. Once finished, completely remove the planchette off the board. Leaving it on the board is considered bad luck or even dangerous. Planchettes left on the board leave the paranormal door fully opened. Even if you say goodbye, the door is still open with the planchette. If someone needs to step away Make sure at least one person still keeps their hand on the planchette, keeps control. 6, do not use a Ouija board in your home. Find a neutral location that has a clean and positive energy. Using it in someone's home puts that person or anyone else that lives in the house in possible danger.
I don't know anywhere that has clean energy.
I don't either. Evil spirits like to attach themselves or anchor to specific locations.
Okay.
Yeah, 7.
We love that.
You have to choose a group leader.
Not me.
This person will be in charge of doing most of the talking and asking of the questions. Because too many people asking questions can confuse or agitate the spirits. The leader needs to be the most emotionally and spiritually strong with the most respect of the board.
Neither one of us would be good at this job.
No. 8, take notes. Have a note taker. One person that's in the background, not touching the planchette. This person, yeah,
I take that position.
Right. It's easier to understand what type of ghost you're dealing with. Choose one person to be the note taker and write down all the words, letters. That way it's easier to, because sometimes when someone's spelling something at you, you can't always put the word. So if you have someone stepping back, writing all the letters, they can be like, oh, it's this word.
It's this one, by the way, Felicia.
Yes. 9, have a positive state of mind. If a person is depressed or not feeling so well that day, any interaction can easily become dangerous. Mischievous spirits feed off that negative energy and fear. 10, once again, choose your location wisely. Do not go in cemeteries. Find a place with no negative energy.
But I thought that's where you go.
Obviously, because you have to go to. That was my phone falling on the floor. I apologize. Cemeteries and haunted grounds are the most dangerous and unpredictable grounds.
No, I would have never guessed that one.
Right? 11, do not burn the Ouija board.
Wait, I thought you could burn an Ouija board.
Never.
Really?
This will not get rid of any of the spirits that you've made contact with. In fact, it will leave the ghost stuck in that place.
Can I just bury it 6 feet under and pretend it never exists?
Probably. Because this is the best way to get rid of the board. Store it somewhere away from the user and leave it alone. Act like it didn't exist. But make sure the planchette is stored in a completely separate location.
So the bottom of the ocean where all the car batteries are.
Sounds good. Sounds good to me.
Okay, good. I can store it there.
Last but most important, always say goodbye. This is letting the spirit know politely, respectfully, that you want to end communication. And not doing so can cause the spirit to get angry and decide to linger.
That makes sense.
These are my warnings, though. Say immediately goodbye. No more questions. Say goodbye immediately if any of these things happen. A figure 8 or an infinity symbol is drawn on the board.
I'm solid.
If the entity identifies themselves as Zuzu.
It's Zozo.
Zuzu, Zozo.
Zozo.
You said it too. Haha. If the spirit starts counting down.
No!
Or if the spirit starts spelling the alphabet front or back.
Get out!
So if the spirit starts going A, B, C, D.
Okay, we know the alphabet. Don't add the rest of the letters.
Z, Y. These signs are all of a dangerous entity.
Nah shit, Sherlock.
Nah shit. All right. That's for the Ouija. Do not play.
Just
stay at home.
Just don't.
Stay under all the blankets.
That's what we
Don't talk to strangers.
Just listen to us tell you about the things you shouldn't do. That should be your new goal in life.
Facts.
So, I have the picture game, which I'm not sure. I feel like a lot of people have heard of it. It's taking pictures of ghosts is something you think that only happens in movies, but you want to take one in real life, right? But
No.
If you want to, you have to.
Absolutely not.
You have to do it safely. But there's a lot of things that you need to even begin to play this game. And, like, you have to have them or, like, you can't.
I love lots of details because I feel like people will get bored and not do it.
Exactly.
Okay, continue.
You'll need a length of string or rope, scissors or a knife, one small meal. You'll need a meal. Mirror for each participant. I mean, you could have a meal before. I don't care.
Never ghost hunt on an empty stomach.
Never. A camera with a flash. Do not use camera phones. Oh, damn.
That takes out everyone right there.
A drinking glass, an alcoholic drink, preferably wine. Speaking our language.
Heck yeah.
A quiet room. What's that? What's quiet?
I don't know. I have a toddler.
How to play. Start playing at midnight. Duh. Knot the ends of the string or rope and make a circle with it. Place the rope circle in the center of the room. Place the drinking glass in the center of the circle. Fill the glass with an alcoholic drink. Let each participant sit around the rope circle. Each participant then places a mirror in front of them so that the reflective surface faces the ceiling. Turn off the lights.
Of course. You always have to. It's always got to be dark. I'm gonna start. I'm really afraid of the dark, guys. I'm really starting.
Advocate for light. And just invite an entity. The participants close their eyes and hold hands with each other. And each participant must say,
I don't like that you held my hand while you're saying this.
I trust you.
I don't trust you.
One after the other. Yes, you do. This is when you begin your sitting. The one participant takes the camera and says, I got you. Then point the camera forward towards the center of the rope circle and click one picture.
Okay.
Pass the camera to the next participant who repeats the process. If you use a digital or a Polaroid camera, ensure that you do not look at the pictures immediately.
Okay.
Repeat the process until each participant has taken 3 pictures.
Okay.
To end the game, have everyone close their eyes and say 3 times in unison, it is time to go home. It is time to go home. Not going to say it a third time.
Play it safe.
You get the deal. Then everyone turns their mirrors face down, turn off the lights, and use scissors to cut the scissors or the knife or whatever to cut the rope. And make like the circle open. Take the alcohol outside, pour it in dirt. Like you have to pour it in the earth, like not on your driveway, not in your mouth, in the dirt.
That's a waste of alcohol.
Well, then don't play this game.
It's alcohol abuse.
It really is, but then don't play this game.
We are both over 21. Disclaimer.
You may now review your photos that you took.
Oh, joyous.
But warning.
Always is.
Do not step into the circle at any time during the game.
Okay.
If anyone starts crying or feels sick during the game, do not allow them to take photos. If anyone starts to act strange or if they are not acting themselves, end the game immediately. This means a spirit has attached itself to someone.
Oh.
If anyone says out loud they are scared or afraid, end the game immediately, or it will take advantage of the weak person.
Right. Because we just learned from the Ouija board, they thrive off of that negative energy and fear.
So there's a little story pertaining to this, that this guy's friend was not feeling well and was feeling scared.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically still looked at the pictures and they continued the game, and there was something behind him. And
nope, no thanks.
Like when he took his photos, because he was facing them.
Yeah.
There's something behind him because they kept the game going.
Oh, that sounds safe.
So don't do that.
Don't do that.
Or just don't do it in general. That's my recommendation, but whatever.
Whatever. We don't really know what we're talking about.
You won't listen to me. It's fine. No one does. I'm used to it.
I love to take photos.
You're a photo whore.
Yeah, and that game doesn't even sound fun. All right.
No, but that's a game that my husband would play just to scare the shit out of me and be like, guess what I did?
Yeah. Yep. That sounds about right. So I have the next game. It's originated in Japan.
Ooh.
I'm going to butcher the Japanese title real quick for you.
Disclaimer, we're sorry.
Yeah. So sorry. Suji Ura, maybe. In translation, it means crossroads. But people also call it the fortune game.
You know, I've actually never heard of this game, so I'm really excited.
Ooh, I'm excited to tell you.
The tea, spill me the tea, honey.
In Europe, they actually call it crossroad divination. And trigger warning, and it has led to suicides in Japan after some people found out some bleak predictions of their futures.
Ooh.
Yeah. So you will have to decide who will speak. You can do it alone. You can do it with other people, but only one person can speak.
Okay.
Anyone else is considered a bystander.
I don't want to be a bystander.
And as a bystander, you cannot speak or intervene.
Really? If you heard the text tone, that was my husband who did not silence his phone. Hot diggity.
Okay. Things you will need. You will need a comb, something to cover your face, and then a crossroad. So
Is this like a Britney Spears movie?
Stop. So a crossroad, so where like two streets meet, which is also like a devil's road or something like that.
Yeah, but can like Britney Spears come?
I mean, she might have sold her soul. Head to a crossroads at night and then make your comb speak 3 times. So like you're gonna hold the back of the comb and then run your fingers to make it go prum, prum. Prum, prum. That was my
Every time I use a comb now, that's all I'm gonna think is prum. Oh my goodness, everybody's dinging. I am so sorry.
All right. Then the speaker repeats 3 times. I'm gonna butcher it once. And then I'll do the Europe version as well.
The Europe version. The version you understand.
Well, so it's half Japanese and then half just English, but Shuri Uma, grant me a true response. Or grant me a true response. Just without the name.
Give me the goods.
Wait until someone approaches. If no one approaches or someone you know approaches, the game is over and you have to start over.
Oh, damn. What a shame.
If a stranger approaches, cover your face and ask the stranger to tell you your fortune.
No, thank you.
But if the stranger does not respond or refuses to answer you, you can uncover your face and wait for a new stranger to try again. Yeah, doesn't that sound? Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I already saw
So-
one homeboy that I didn't want to see. You really want to think I want to see another homeboy?
Exactly. Well, so crossroads are liminal spaces, places that are neither here nor there, and that's what gives them the power, like their power. It can be in any setting, rural, urban, doesn't matter.
I don't do
Big-
well with strangers.
Well, yeah, I know. So if the stranger agrees to answer, you may proceed. Do not uncover your face. Listen closely and carefully.
Okay.
And then when the stranger is finished, thank them for their time and let them go. But do not uncover your face. Like I said, you can be a bystander, but you also, when the stranger comes, they also have to cover, like bystanders also have to cover their face.
Like, why do we have to like cover our face? Is there
Because
like...
you're not allowed to actually see the stranger, like the stranger's face.
That's unfair. I want to
Yeah.
know who I'm talking to. You lost where you are, aren't you?
Yep.
Figured.
So the stranger's knowledge is only like they can only tell you what they know. They can't tell you what to do with that information.
So it's just like
It's like a magic 8 ball.
a magic 8 ball with a person.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
But I guess I'm assuming they give you a little bit more detail. But yeah, so that's the future or the fortune game.
You know, it doesn't sound too terrifying.
No, but they never say what the stranger is.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, what am I talking to?
Yeah, but you don't get to know. You don't get to look at their face.
It's like doing a little peeky peek
No
through the
peeky
fingers.
peeks. No peeky peeks.
That one's interesting.
I will never play it.
No, I wouldn't either. Alrighty, my dear. I've got one more game.
Okay. I'm excited. Not really, but not shitting myself yet, so.
That's a plus. This one's actually really interesting. I would never do it, but
Researching it was fun.
yeah, it was kind of cool. It's called Daruma-san. It's another Japanese game. Basically, it says, warning, we advise you not to play the bath game. Right off the bat, that is the first thing. And everything that I read, it says, we advise you not.
I don't like that it's the bath game.
Yeah.
I already have a thing with water to begin with.
Yeah. So they say that playing Daruma-san can result in very bad things happening to you. So, instructions. 1, before you go to bed at night, take off your clothes, ooh la la, and go into the bathroom. Fill the bathtub up with water and turn off the lights.
Nope.
Sit in the middle of the bathtub facing the faucet or taps. That's a
that just sounds like whatever spooky thing lives in my bathroom is going to smash my face into the spout.
Honestly, it's just giving me nightmares about when I was a kid when, like, Tommy Pickles from the Rugrats said something, like, crawls out of, like, the drain, and I remember, like, refusing to take a bath as a kid in a shower without my mom for, like, a year and a half because something was gonna crawl out of the drain. And I swear to
shoved
God.
that memory so far deep into the back of my mind. I did not need you to awaken it.
I thought about it the other day, and I just relived all of it, and I was like, I want my mom!
Okay, continue. Not okay.
What you're gonna do is you're gonna wash your hair, girl, while repeating over and over the words, Daruma-san fell down. I'm not gonna say it any more than that. Just
That's fair.
Those are the words you're gonna say.
How many times are you supposed to say it? The
Just
typical
say
3?
over and over while you wash your hair.
Oh, okay, lovely.
So the whole time you've got your hair routine, girl, you saying this. That's it.
Okay.
As you wash your hair in your mind, you should see an image of a Japanese woman standing in a bathtub. She slips and falls onto a rusty tap.
Ooh.
The tap goes through her eye and kills her.
No.
Keep repeating the words, Daruma-san fell down. Again, I'm not repeating it any more than that.
No, ma'am.
Until you finish washing your hair. And your eyes must remain shut. Not like I already have a fear of, like, opening my eyes and having there be something there.
Right.
You may feel or hear a slight movement in the bathwater behind you.
I don't want to share a bath with a demon lady.
Did that not give you chills like it gave me? Like, keep your eyes closed. Do not peek because you just summoned a ghost. I know. The ghostly figure of a woman will rise out of the water behind you. You will feel her presence as she stares at you, her head just behind your right shoulder. Her hair is jet black and tangled. Her clothes are tattered and rotting. She has only one eye.
I feel very queasy.
I know. Her left eye is wide open and bloodshot. Her right eye's missing, leaving just a bloody, hollow eye socket. When you sense the presence of the ghost, say out loud, "Why did you fall in the bath?" Keeping your eyes shut tightly, stand up, get out of the bath. Be careful not to trip and fall. Immediately leave the bathroom and shut the door behind you. Like, do not grab a towel, like, walk out naked and free and wet and don't look back.
Okay.
Now it is safe for you to open your eyes. Leave the water in the bath overnight and go to sleep.
What is the point? Like, what did you get out of this game?
How are you supposed to go to sleep?
Well, that too, but like, why would you even want to do this game?
Oh, the game's just started.
Oh, lovely.
The next morning when you wake up, the game will begin.
What? Okay.
The ghost of the one-eyed woman will be following you. Wherever you turn to look, she will disappear throughout the day. When you glance over your right shoulder, you will occasionally catch a glimpse of her. She will be getting closer and closer as the day goes on, but do not allow her to catch you.
I don't want to play tag with a ghost.
If you glance over your shoulder and see that she is way too close, you should shout "Tomer," which means stop. Then run away as quickly as possible. This will allow you to put some distance between yourself and the one-eyed woman. To end this game, you must catch a glimpse of the ghostly woman and shout "Kita," which means I cut you loose. Then hold out your hand in front of you and swing it down in a cutting motion, kind of like a karate chop.
Okay.
You should end this game before midnight, otherwise this one-eyed woman will appear in your dreams and follow you. And like, there's basic rules and like warnings. Do not open your eyes when the ghost first appears. Do not allow the ghost to trip you when you get out of the bath. Do not re-enter the bathroom after you leave. Hope you don't have to pee.
I was gonna say, I literally can't make it through the night without
You-
having to go to the bathroom at least once.
Well, you're peeing in bed, bitch. Do not drain the bathtub until morning. Do not allow the one-eyed woman to catch up to you. My final piece of advice for you: don't play this game! It's very dangerous. Summoning ghosts can result in you getting possessed by a demon or dying in a horrible way.
Lovely.
Can possible trip and fall out of your bath, a serious injury, or kill yourself. If you fail to end this game properly, the ghost could continue to follow you for the rest of your life. So you know what? Don't play it! Thank you.
Sounds like a good warning.
Come again.
Okay.
You got the good goods on this one.
I'm so ready.
I love this one.
Okay.
Have fun with all these steps that you did.
This is the elevator game.
This one amazes me.
If performed correctly, oh my god,
We can't talk
correctly,
tonight.
the ritual would let you see, first, like, visiting various floors of a 10-story building in the certain order, and then you will finally arrive at a world that is not your own.
A different direction.
It is also like a possibility that this is Japanese oriented as well. There's not a real clear like where this game came from.
Don't do it.
But yes, don't do it.
But also, like, it's really cool. No offense.
Only one player can play this. You have to be alone. It has to be a 10-story building equipped with an elevator capable of reaching all 10 floors. So, like, no key cards to get past a certain level, nothing like that. Also, like, if it has, like, if the lobby's underground or, like, has a underground level, stuff like that, those buildings will not count. All 10 floors have to be above ground.
Okay.
You can start this game at any time of day. I think that's what's most terrifying.
Yeah.
Call an elevator with only the up button. You must enter on the first floor and alone. Then you're going to start by pressing the 4th floor. When you get there, do not get out. Press the 2nd floor. When you get there, do not get out. 6th floor. When you get there, do not get out. Do you see the trend? Back to the 2nd floor. Do not get out.
Or just don't do it.
Yeah. 10th floor. Do not get out. 5th floor. Do not get out. When you get to the 5th floor, a young woman may enter the elevator.
Love that.
Do not look at her or speak to her. She is not what she seems.
Oh, okay.
Once again, do not get
Safety
out.
first.
Just press the 1st floor. At this point, one of two things is going to happen.
Okay.
The elevator will either go down to the 1st floor or up to the 10th. If you go down to the 1st floor, the ritual has failed. Do not proceed. When you get to the 1st floor, get off as soon as the doors open. Do not look back. Don't speak. Exit the building as fast as you can.
Okay, I can do that.
If you go up to the 10th floor,
Nope.
the ritual was a success. You may proceed. Also, this is like on the ascend to the 10th floor, like on your way going up, this is your very last chance to like wimp out, to throw the white flag. Like to cancel, press any floor beside the 1st or the 10th, but this has to happen before you pass the 9th floor. So pretty much 2 through 8th, like the 8th floor, are your spots to cancel the ritual.
Okay.
When you reach the 10th floor, you may exit or remain in the elevator. If you do choose to exit, the woman that entered on the 5th floor may take this opportunity to ask where you're going. Do not look at her or answer her. Just exit without comment.
Well, I was
Okay?
going to tell her I was going to go get a cheeseburger, but okay.
You can look around, but do not lose sight of the elevator you came in. It's very important.
Oh, so like you have to go back to the exact elevator?
Exact elevator. So I don't know
Okay.
what if you see a whole bunch of elevators or whatnot. It is said you'll find yourself in another world. You'll notice many details, but one thing will be sure is that you are the only person present.
That's not terrifying.
Yes, if you got off, like you'll like notice different things. Like I say, some say that it's almost identical to our own world, but there'll be two distinct details that are different. All the lights will be off, and if you look out any windows, all you will see is a red cross in the distance.
Fuck no.
Some say that electronics in this other world do not work, while others say they still do.
Can I
But-
just like turn around and go back on the elevator and be like, bye?
Right, I did it. Bye. They all say you are alone. On the slight chance that the 5th floor lady came with you, she may still be there,
Oh, hell no.
but no one else. You're
I
strictly
thought I
alone.
dipped her.
Yeah, right.
You lied.
So, this is the return trip. This is how you get back.
Oh, God.
If you did not get off the elevator, you chose to be like, okay, cool, saw it. We're gonna stay right here. Press the 1st floor. The doors should close, and you should start to go down. If not, keep pushing the 1st floor button till you start to go down.
I just got goosebumps.
When you reach the 1st floor, exit as soon as the doors open. Do not look back. Do not speak. Leave the building and return home as soon as possible. If you did get off, return to the elevator, and it must be the exact same elevator you were in before. Once in, press the 4th floor. Proceed to press the buttons and visit the floor in the same order as you did before.
Jesus.
So you need to go 4th floor, 2nd, 6th, 2nd, 10th, 5th, 1. Okay?
I couldn't remember that. I'd be fucked.
Right? If the elevator starts to go to the 10th floor again, you must cancel it before it does.
No.
And once again, cancel it before it passes the 9th floor.
Bro.
If canceled correctly, you will go down to the 1st floor. When you get there, don't get out right away. Look around, check your surroundings carefully. If anything seems off, even the smallest detail, don't exit the elevator. Instead, press the 4th floor button again and repeat the previous steps. Repeat these steps as many times as you feel necessary until everything seems completely normal before exiting this elevator. Do not exit until you are absolutely 100%, 10 million to the whatever
Degree.
Yeah, that you are certain you have returned to your world. if you do and you're wrong, you may as well get comfortable
Oh, God.
because you may never see your home or world again.
I just got goosebumps from head to toe.
If anyone else but the woman gets on, like the woman on the 5th floor, the ritual has failed. Terminate it immediately. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, God.
There are a lot of
That's so
spooky
much.
things before, and I feel like we will, when one day when we do strictly like stories, I will share one with you that's relevant to this like game,
Interesting.
but I will never go on elevators ever again.
I don't do elevators anyway. If you ask my husband, he's mad at me all the time because I don't do elevators. I would rather walk up flights of stairs.
We did the elevator at our hotel room when we went to Detroit for a concert one time and then took the stairs the rest of the time.
Oh my God, it was so terrifying. I remember just like, oh my God. I'm like, Jack Harlow's worth this elevator ride. Jack Harlow's worth the elevator ride. Thank God I only had to go up and down 5 flights of stairs for him, even though I would have gone up more.
Well, guys, I hope you deeply appreciated all our spooky games, and I hope you're just as terrified as we are because neither one of us is going to be sleeping very well tonight.
I also hope that you don't do them.
Yes, do not play any of these games. We mean it.
But if you do, email us your stories
Yes.
at beafraidofthedarkpodcast@gmail.com.
And speaking of that, we are no longer lazy. Our Instagram and our Facebook group are now up and live. So please go ahead and follow us on Instagram at Be Afraid of the Ghost Podcast.
Be afraid of the ghost?
Oh my God, Be Afraid of the Dark Podcast.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Be Afraid of the Dark Podcast at Insta and Facebook, guys. It's okay. Brit's on something tonight, I swear.
Losing it. Oh my gosh.
You need sleep.
I do need sleep. But yes, Be Afraid of the Dark Podcast on both Facebook and Instagram. Let us know on either one of those platforms if you want to see us on other like social media accounts like TikTok, Twitter, Tumblr, stuff like that.
Yeah, we don't mind. We've talked about doing like a video version of this at some point.
Yeah, so let us know if you're interested in that. Maybe we'll move that up sooner.
Yeah, than what we were originally planning. But to leave it for the evening,
yeah,
I guess, I'll say, Crystal, remember, don't look behind you.